Yeah, yeah.
Thought I'd mix it up a little bit.
Just a little switch. I got you. Hmm.
It's on Twitch. It's on Twitch.
Yeah,
It's on Twitch.
yeah.
Not restream yet. Even there it goes. Even though it told me it was live.
Okay.
As we're live.
Well, I don't know. Maybe they have a different definition of that. I don't know.
Right.
What do they mean by that? Are we? Okay. Excellent.
Okay, so the pre-show topic that I had, it's why I was very quiet for it, because I didn't want to spoil this. I knew you would get a kick out of this. Is day might come up later, it might not, I don't know. Day is World Turtle Day.
Okay, I need some clarification.
Okay, so it is World Save the Turtle Day, I guess I should say.
Okay, okay.
Um,
This is not celebrating the turtle that the world rides around on.
no,
This is about the turtles that live on the world that rides on the back of the turtle.
exactly.
Okay, gotcha.
But Turtle Day has got me thinking about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Okay.
And some of the crazy crossovers they had.
Yeah, yeah.
Things that weren't turtles.
No. I'm assuming you're thinking like Batman's up there on the top of the list, right?
No, for me it's Cowpokes and Moo Mesa.
Okay, that could be a good one. Yeah, that one's up.
But I have a list for you here. So they had some comic book crossovers with Usagi Yojimbo, the Rabbit Samurai.
Okay.
They had a single crossover with Mario, where Michelangelo met Mario in Super Mario Bros. 1989 Flyer for the first game.
Okay.
Also, the Koopa Bros are based on the TMNT.
What is that?
Koopa Bros from Paper Mario.
Oh yeah, okay.
In Tecmo Bowl, in the same flyer, the flyer was called Catch the Wave.
Okay.
The same flyer, Michelangelo also meets a football player. Would you like to guess which football player it is? Remember, it's Tecmo Bowl.
Yeah, I'm thinking Bo Jackson.
It's Bo Jackson. 100%. Yeah. The makers of that game really liked Bo Jackson.
Look. Bo knows.
In that same flyer, Catch the Tidal Wave, Michelangelo meets Ryu from Ninja Gaiden.
Yeah.
He meets Fester from the Addams Family.
Okay.
He also meets Nestor. I'm not currently watching it, no.
No. Sure not.
Is it pretty good? In an issue of the TMNT magazine, he meets Garfield and Odie. Michelangelo does. He gets to meet most of these people.
Yeah. Well, he's a safe one, right? He's a likable one. Mikey.
They also got to meet Archie in TMNT Meets Archie.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I can see that.
They got to meet the cast of The Dinosaurs TV show.
Okay. I don't know. Yeah, that one I have no recollection of for sure. Not the mama and the TMNT. Okay.
Reversely, there's also a Teenage Mutant Ninja Caveman poster shown in an episode of Dinosaurs.
Okay. Oh no, the TMNT had their influence through the culture quite a bit.
Yeah. So when Universal tried to get their first cinematic universe off the ground back in 1993, with a new Frankenstein movie, a new Dracula movie, and The Mummy, Michelangelo in the toy line, Michelangelo became Frankenstein, Donatello became Dracula, Raphael became the Mummy, and Leonardo became the Wolfman.
Yes. I vaguely remember that. Those figures.
The Star Trek Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles action figures have the Ninja Turtles in the universe of Star Trek.
Well, that would make sense, yes, I guess. Might as well.
In Sonic the Hedgehog issue 10, TMNT makes a brief cameo.
Okay. Okay.
In Felix the Cat, in episode The Fuzzy Bunny Show, Felix says, "You wouldn't do this to the Ninja Turtles."
Oh, so yeah, like references. Yes. Right. Oh, wow.
There's a man in a Leonardo costume in Jingle All the Way. I'm just going through the 90s, by the way. I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
If we did all of it, we'd be here all day.
Yeah. No, they're everywhere for sure.
In Mars Attacks, in the first poster, the very first poster for Mars Attacks, you can see a Raphael figure being held by a child.
I don't know if I ever saw that. I don't know.
I don't think I ever did.
I don't think I saw that. No.
This one is near and dear to my heart.
Okay.
In the Next Mutation, versions of TMNT show up in Power Rangers in Space, Save Our Ship, and Shell Shocked.
Yes. Yep. Yeah.
As a kid, I remember being like, "What?"
Hey, Power Rangers got to call in some backup. Might as well be the turtle, right?
Yep. Then, for time's sake, because we are basically at the end of the pre-show time, I will give you one more here, which is in Fairly Odd Parents. This is the only one I'm going to pull from the 2000s. In Fairly Odd Parents, they go to an episode called Channel Chasers. They go to a show called Adolescent Genetically Modified Karate Cows.
Okay, yeah. Yes.
And I never brought it up, but of course, Cowboys of Moo Mesa. In the Cowboys of Moo Mesa, TMNT number 21, issue number 21, the Cowboys of Moo Mesa come help TMNT with a case. I need to read that now.
Yes. I don't know. They kind of infiltrated everywhere.
Yeah.
Through that. Because I'm thinking of cartoons. I'm not sure if I've seen the reference or not, but there seems like there was something there. But like maybe Phineas and Ferb or something like that.
Right.
I don't know.
Oh, the list just kept going.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
All right. Ready to kick this thing off then?
Yeah, what time we go? Let me check. My clock is unplugged because I'm a dummy. All right. Now I'm ready. Now you can go.
Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of the Full Spectrum Podcast. My name is Trey.
I'm Roman.
We got some stuff to talk about tonight.
Yeah.
So, I'm really excited for the stuff tonight. You have a lot of things that are redacted because, man, these things are crazy. Okay. But we'll start off as we always do. We'll build to the excitement.
Okay.
We got a pop quiz tonight.
Yeah. Yes, you do. So here we go. Let me make my marks here. Give you a little bit of time to sit there and sweat, wondering what it could be. I'll go over here and check and pull up the tab. Tonight, it's all about Godzilla.
Ooh.
How's that? All right.
Okay, I gotta be careful on this one. I don't want to lose my Godzilla card.
Oh yeah. We'll see. We'll see. All right. So it'd be too easy to ask you what his Japanese name was. We all kind of know that. Yeah. There's a band called that. Ujiro. Yeah. So there's a rumor of where that name came from. Where did that name come from?
I really don't know this one, to be honest with you.
Yeah, see.
It comes from this is 100% just a guess. It comes from the kanji for radiation. Looks like kanji for radiation has like a J in it.
Okay, but that's not it at all.
Okay.
Now, kind of a little rug pull here. I'm going to go ahead and mark that as ring.
Yeah.
And move on. Here we go. So, according to Ishiro Honda, who done the first Godzilla film, directed the first Godzilla film, there's this big, and he says, huge fellow working at Toho's publicity department. And some employees would say that guy's as big as a gorilla. And some would say, no, he's almost as big as a Kujira, which is a Japanese word for whale.
Right.
Over time, the two mixed and he was nicknamed Gojira.
That makes sense.
Now, you could be if you were really a fan, you would call me out and say, aha. But in 1998, Honda's widow dismissed his account, telling BBC that the backstage boys at Toho love to joke around. And she's not sure if she believes it.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah. So, well,
it's fair.
Let's move on then. There's a 1954 movie. I'm gonna get back on my page here. Get it straight. 1954
just
movie.
Went through. I sent that like 6 minutes ago.
Yeah. Yes, the speed of the internet.
Right.
But in the 1954 movie, Godzilla has a really iconic roar, and they produced it by. What is that?
Yeah, I thought for sure when you said it's gonna be a Godzilla quiz, it would be about lore in the universe. I don't know this one either. I know what the sound is. It's Skreonk. But now
it has changed over. I'm being very pedantic about this. 1954.
I'm gonna say they created this sound by having someone jump onto a trestle where it would.
Interesting. No, it's not what they did at all. Wrong.
That's fair.
Wrong. No, they of course they did this. They rubbed a pine tar coated leather glove over a double bass string.
Oh, of course, yeah.
How you didn't know that? Poser. Oh my gosh. So you know what? The iconic dinosaur design that we have. That's not the original idea for it. Do you know what the original idea was? What Godzilla was going to be?
No, I sure don't. I've never looked into the production details for how they created Godzilla. I've only looked into the production details of like suit actors and things like that.
I might have some questions you can get then. We'll see.
I'm gonna guess originally it was going to be that funky dinosaur costume that you can order on Amazon that they used in Velocipaster.
That would have been awesome, but no.
Okay.
No, he's really going to be an octopus.
Oh,
giant octopus.
Yes. Makes sense.
Yes. In 1992, Godzilla went head-to-head with a certain NBA player. Can you name that NBA player?
1992. Michael Jordan.
No, that was an excellent guess, though.
Shaquille O'Neal, wasn't it?
No, he was a little young.
Thought so.
Yeah. No, it's Charles Barkley.
Oh, of course. Of course, that's referenced in Charles Barkley Shut Up and Jam Gaiden.
Mm-hmm. Yes. In the comic book they made about it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Charles Barkley versus Godzilla. Come on. All right. Give me another one here. See how we're doing. Goodness. So, Godzilla did shield for Nike there with Charles Barkley, right?
Yeah.
But that was the first brand they showed for. In 1985, he appeared in a number of commercials for. These were featured in Return to Godzilla and Godzilla 1985. The 1984 Return to Godzilla and Godzilla 1985.
It was Coke, right?
Oh, so close.
Pepsi.
No. I'll give you two guesses. Both wrong. I mean, it was Dr. Pepper.
Was it really?
It was Dr. Pepper. Yes. Dr. Pepper.
I've seen Gigan cut the top off a Coke bottle before, so I assumed that was for a commercial.
Yeah. Well, maybe he's done some more.
Well, I'm sure after the fact.
But yeah, so it was sponsored by Dr. Pepper for a while. It's pretty awesome.
And of course he was. Great.
That would be. I guess this is just okay. So I don't expect you to get this one, but I had to put this out there, okay? So there's a Japanese baseball star named Hideki Matsui.
Yeah.
Okay. And he was nicknamed Godzilla early in his career.
Huh?
And there was 2 reasons that he was nicknamed Godzilla. And I'll take either one if you can suss it out.
I don't know. The problem here is I don't know if this is actually, like, the one that I know, if it's actually true or if it's just fandom has made it to be.
Yes.
I'm going to say it's because when he hits the ball, it sounds like Godzilla roaring.
Okay, that's a little over the top, but I'm going to give that to you just because you need something on this test tray.
Thank you. Thank you.
Because
he screonks that ball.
Right, yeah. So it's because of his monstrous hitting power.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he had a real bad case of teenage acne.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So, let's see. I kind of got to do this one because it blows my mind. Okay. And I know this is another one I'm sure you won't get. I'm being cruel today just to watch you fail, sir.
That's fair.
Okay. So, there's a church in a town called Zilla, Washington.
Okay.
And it is a church of God. So on their sign outside, it says Church of God Zilla. Like that. Now, many people will probably have an idea of what this church did about it, but I'm gonna give you a chance to if you can figure out how they used this, what did they build in inspiration of that?
Okay. This guess is going to be wrong, but I want it to be true, so I'm guessing it anyway.
Yeah.
They made a giant Jesus statue and had him standing on top of a giant Godzilla statue.
Not quite, but just behind the church, they built a big steel wireframe dinosaur statue, clutching the cross and the sign for the church.
Okay.
So they put Godzilla in the backyard.
That's fine. It would have been better if you guys had built a giant Jesus and had him with like Godzilla under his heel, and he looks like he's about to give him the people's elbow. That would have been great.
People's elbow, like that, or the leg drop.
Yeah. In fact, just, you know what? Go ahead and make him animatronic and have Jesus RKO Godzilla. That would be sick. That church would quadruple in membership.
Write the script. Write the script now. Well, in all actuality, that church has been around a lot longer than Godzilla has.
Yeah, that's fair.
And they said, yeah, they did. So they just rolled with it, I guess.
Yeah.
So, what do we want? You got a few more.
I can't come back from it at this point, but I'll stay in the fight till the end.
Yeah, you want so that. So Godzilla raids again, which was released in 1955. And a certain Star Trek legend, and kind of broken into the film industry doing work on this for the English language version. He did a dub, a Star Trek legend.
George Takei.
That is him.
Yeah, I knew that one.
Yes, you can hear his voice. Oh my. What's that? All right. Very good. Proud of you. Yes. You didn't get skunked. That's
right.
That's what matters, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Let's see. I gotta get you. I'm gonna get you a good one here. Here's an interesting. During an action sequence in 1964's Godzilla vs. Mothra, the Godzilla suit accidentally fill it in.
Tore. It tore from tail to torso.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah, I mean, that did happen, so I don't know what you're referencing, but...
I'm actually about the scene where it actually caught on fire.
Yeah.
And it gives it in, yes. And it gets damaged. You know what? I'm going to give you a half point for that, I guess.
Thank you.
They get tore up.
Yeah.
So, the It was a Godzilla, 1982, right? One of the monsters' costumes, worth that was about $39,000, was stolen from a Toho garage, only to be found. Where? What happened to it? Where'd they find it? You don't have to give me the exact location. You just gotta tell me.
It was used in the filming of a pornographic video.
No, I wish that was my answer. I'm gonna give you a point for that one. It's a better answer than what I got. No, so apparently it washed up on the shores of a lake, Lake Okutama, and it scared the crap out of a woman.
I'm sure.
All right, so that was like 2.5 points. It's like a 25. That's like a 25.
When you said Godzilla quiz, I was like, okay, Angurius, Desitroya, King Ghidorah, King Kaiser, Jet Jaguar.
So I didn't pick any of those.
That's fair. That's fair.
I got a few more. The Godzilla fought against a certain Marvel group in 24-issue comic series that Marvel ran from 1977 to 79.
Did Godzilla fight the X-Men?
I fought the Avengers and Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
We never got the Batman Godzilla movie that was going to be crossed over.
Oh boy.
Yep. Yeah. Got a few things, man.
Look, stop treating Godzilla like he's a character that needs to be fighting against these other heroes. Godzilla is a force of nature. He doesn't need to be.
Look, Patrick Stewart presented Godzilla with an MTV Lifetime Achievement Award in 1996. Okay? Godzilla has a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
But it's not even the same Godzilla anymore.
This is not Zilla.
Right. Right. Yeah, we don't talk about that one.
Sorry, guys. I think Godzilla's kind of like Turtles, right? We were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
I got stuff from Futurama, South Park, Animaniacs.
Oh yeah.
All kinds of stuff. Okay, here's one.
Okay.
What does it actually take to kill Godzilla?
Oh, okay. Well, there's multiple answers to this question, but I'm curious which one you've got. Because destroying both his hearts is one of them. Destroying both his brains is one of them. Space virus from Biolante kills Godzilla once. Destroya tore Godzilla apart, like piece by piece, and tore and then crushed both brains, both hearts. Godzilla at one point gets thrown into the sun, but comes back from that. So I guess the sun's not the answer.
A lot of those, even the ones you mentioned, he comes back from.
Right.
So there's because was it like 65, 67 years, something like that. Godzilla's been around. So there's all kinds of ways to try to kill him. With it, he's been buried in hot magma. He's been hit with asteroids.
Yep.
He's always come through. Unless there's something in the area, a certain destroyer in the area that originally got him in the 1954 movie.
Yeah.
What kills him is you got to have an oxygen destroyer.
Yeah.
And that will kill him.
Yeah, that'll keep him dead. Right.
That's the lore.
Yeah.
I don't know how the crap he comes back from those other things, but he does because he's Godzilla.
He gets torn apart by Destroyer. Both hearts, both brains destroyed. And the Japanese government goes, parts of him still remain. We'll rebuild him into Kiryu Godzilla. And he becomes the first, Mecha Godzilla. What do you mean? And then he goes rogue. He regenerates his own brains and hearts.
Yes. You can't control him. You're going to destroy all oxygen.
Yeah.
And do that.
Unless you're the terrible 2000s Godzilla movie and then you just shoot him a bunch with missiles.
No, that would never work.
I think one of my favorite Godzilla moments is where, Gigan has got him down. Gigan has him beat. And Godzilla just, puts a hand on a power generator.
Yeah.
And just, goes to stand up. And then you just see the power draining out into Godzilla. It's like, no, you don't. You don't have Godzilla beat Gigan. You might as well just go back underground. It's over.
Oh, gosh.
And he doesn't.
All right. Do we need to discuss victory now?
I guess it's time to talk about victory. Yeah, we're on episode 41. That's where we've got to. I'll put up spoiler boo.
Yes. So, all right. Obviously, there was some trouble with the animation department.
Yeah. Bandai acquired Sunrise.
Okay. And this, like, I thought, like, they'd switch cartoons on me or something like that.
Yeah.
All right. Falling through a Mandela dimension. I was sitting there going, so I had to ask Ray while we're watching it, hey, this looks like old G.I. Joe, old Transformers cartoon.
Yeah.
And he was like, yes. And the more it went on, the more and more for 2 episodes.
Yeah. Episodes 36 and 37.
Yeah, it was old school G.I. Joe animation.
Characters didn't look right. It really, we're of the opinion, and I firmly believe this, when Bandai acquired Victory, they outsourced 2 episodes to the U.S.
Yeah.
To have the U.S. animation department work on it. Because there is no way that was not made by some of the same people that made G.I. Joe. Now, Transformers was a Japanese show, so it could be it got outsourced to some of those animators, but there were also like reanimations done over here for Transformers.
Yeah, but it was the style is the main thing, right? Yeah. Because it was like, hey, we can bang out some cartoons
cheap, quick.
We can do we can do it a little bit cheaper, and they look okay. Kids will love them, and we can get them out. The comparative time it takes to get a cartoon done, drawing frame, they had, we can do it a little bit cheaper,
right?
And so those 2 episodes were like really weird.
Yeah.
To watch.
Animations were different. The way the mechs moved, the mechs were way cheaper done.
Yeah,
like, without question. The skirting on the V2 was just stuck to the legs. It didn't come up off the legs at all.
Yeah,
it was rough. It was funny, but it was rough.
Yeah, yes, and it's kind of, I don't know. It's thrown off a little bit right in the middle. Right towards here, we're going into this part that they're dragging out.
Yeah. And we had multiple episodes where nothing happened. There was like one core thing that happened per episode.
Yeah, and it was like, okay, this episode's for, spoiler, but can we talk spoilers?
Yeah, spoiler boo's up.
Okay. But that. So this episode right here, we need to kill Uso's mom. That's going to change up the story right there. We're going to lead to that. That's what's going to happen. And make it brutal.
How big is the Alexandrite?
Pretty big.
Because sometimes it's huge, and sometimes it's small enough that it can hit the top of the other battle cruiser.
I don't know. There's such an inconsistency with Victory. Like, what damage can a weapon do?
Yeah.
How effective is this weapon? Well, if this part in the story, we need it to blow that up, it's going to blow that up.
Yeah. Huge
and then
explosion.
A couple of the mech suits that blew up were a little ridiculous.
Yeah. That mushroom cloud that come off of one of the enemy suits.
Yeah.
You could have seen it. Assuming we're still in Europe, you could have seen it in the U.S. That's how big that was.
It was huge. Goes through that. They pretty much just nullified any sacrifice that Oliver made.
Yeah, it's completely worthless.
Yeah, there's no reason for him to do that.
Mm-hmm.
They had a pretty solid scene going through with Uso and the pilot that they killed, the guy who's in the fight. They took the family. That was a little bit of solid storytelling.
Yeah, there was good stuff there.
Right, but it was good. There was a reason to care about new characters,
right?
Because but I do feel like it moved along the story a little bit faster in a way.
Yeah,
but it's still really rough.
Do we want to talk about Dr. Ick and his subordinate relationship that he had with his subordinate, the commander, that then got like a whole, like, hey, they're driving off into the sunset together after they murdered an entire town?
Yeah. Yes. He's the name Ick's kind of fits him, doesn't it?
Yeah.
No, you would wear this necklace. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
That was kind of a weird thing. Unless, look, that might be no. You see, in the manga that runs alongside this, they have a relationship that goes through.
Yeah.
The reason that he gives her that necklace.
Right. I haven't read the Victory novel, but I feel like Dr. Ick must be a more important character there, because there have been big name characters in this show that we were supposed to care about that have died and got no send off at all, and this guy gets a send off.
Yeah.
Whole flashback and everything.
Yes, it's rough. It's rough. But I don't know. 11 more episodes. We're gonna get there. We're gonna make it.
We're almost done. Done. I just want some consistency. From these last 11, give me some consistency, and for Otolo to be okay.
Yeah, look, Carlman, Otolo Shakti makes it, somebody please help with that kid.
Yeah.
It's getting on my nerves.
Yeah.
Been long enough.
Oh, we can't forget, you made the comment, Uso finally picks up Carlman for the first time in these episodes.
Yeah. It's like, oh, hey, Carlman. Like, dude, come on.
Also, we found out that they stopped animating the dog. Brandis is he's just a PNG most of the time.
Yeah. Slap him on there with a stupid look. There we go. Moving on. What a few scenes. There was a great scene of like, hey, because I pointed out to you, they needed to extend this scene.
Yeah.
And if you watch the clouds in the background, they're flying, and they had to extend the scene for the voices or whatever, so they ran it backwards.
Yep, just reverse it.
Clouds go back by in the background.
Yep.
Oh, there's some rough stuff.
I feel like we don't know anything about the ship or who's crewing the ship. I feel like the Reinforced got like thrown away. We had the Reinforced Junior. We had the White Ark now. Like
yeah.
I
don't know. It's kind of all over the place.
I had a connection to the White Base, to the Argama, to the Nail Argama. Those mattered to me.
Well, there was, like I said, there was a lot of Dune that was ripped off of that, for that, or in that, it was influenced by that, however you want to put it, Going through that, it was still something. There's something original about it.
Yeah.
Or something like, this is a little bit different. I don't know.
Look, when I'm praising Moon for having a cool idea that was just executed poorly, there's a problem, Tomino.
Yes. No, it's rough. It's inconsistent with the messaging, or like Katarzyna, the queen, what she's all about.
Yeah. Who is Vespa? Who is Zanskar? Why are they treated as the same thing until suddenly they're not? Zanskar signed a treaty, but Vespa didn't sign the treaty, so they can do stuff. What? Where is the Federation?
A lot of reuse shots, and like they call it, I don't know. There's one armor I think you called out, and it was like, no, but the lady called it the other one.
Yeah.
Both, because they don't have. There's no more beam blades.
Right.
I guess. I don't know.
The Zolos had them. These are Zolots, I guess, but she called it the Dementio or Deminilentio or whatever.
It's rough. Very inconsistent through that. No, I really don't believe it needed to be this long.
Yeah, no. This could have been a good 20 episodes.
Yeah.
Cut out a lot of the fluff.
Yeah.
Give me that scene where Uso and the enemy soldier meet in space in that ruined house. Give me the scene where Uso kills that guy and then has to take care of his family. That's all good stuff.
Yeah. I've seen better is all I'm saying.
Yeah. All right. Well, speaking of seeing better, let's move into weeks. How's your week been? Did you see anything good there?
So, let's see. Did I talk about Werewolf by Night last week?
A little bit.
Okay, talk about that. I watched it. No, I didn't really watch anything. Had a lot of fun on Run Through Moria. Gotta get that done. Not really. I'm exhausted, and it's because I'm a dummy. I was feeling good, feeling like I had energy. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be ambitious. And I started moving stuff around the studio. I haven't done it in a while.
I'll do it.
I'm very tired. Arms and legs hurt. But is that right? I'll do there.
I'll do it.
I playing some Fallout 4.
Yeah.
A little bit. I'm gonna play I did play a little bit of Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah.
To where you get the first hand power and then realize the button to use the power doesn't work and therefore I can't go any further. So I'll get around to playing that again some other time.
Yeah.
Put some mods in Fallout 4 and played that to soothe my soul.
Yeah.
Back right. And no, I'm keeping working on this. Hopefully Thursday look good. Should be a little bit different for us.
Nice.
You know, so but that's about it. So, how was your week?
Well, since you brought up Tears of the Kingdom, I've been playing a lot of Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah.
If I'm doing anything else, that's what I want to do is be playing it.
Fair enough.
I won't talk too much here because I don't want to spoil it for people. I don't want to spoil it for you. I know a lot of people are experiencing that game blind. They're not looking up anything. And that's what I'm doing too, and I'm loving it. I found a lot of really cool stuff, and that's the best way to play that game, in my opinion. I don't blame somebody that tries to look stuff up because they're like, hey, I just want to know where this thing is, but man, is it fun to just rove. Just go. And that's really all there is to say about that right now. There'll be I'll be making another video on it soon that is like full spoilers for up to like 30 hours in.
Okay.
And so I'm really excited for that, but again, just no spoilers. It's real dang good. So, I built my Felgor Ravagers for Kill Team.
Yeah.
And they are right here. Hey, well, my goat boys.
Okay. Very nice.
I think they look great. All very dynamic poses. They're going to look even better painted, but
I would hope so. Very nice. Very vicious looking.
Yeah, I love them. They're wonderful. They're also maybe a little OP.
Rundgren? All right, look. Well,
11 episodes to go.
We got 11 episodes left on this one. We just got through talking about it a little bit. It's the most bizarre, one of the most bizarre things I've ever seen in my life. Anyway, Victory is not a victory for anybody.
Right.
We'll keep digging through it. We got, like I said, 11 episodes. We're making.
I like them. They're really cool. I haven't got to play them yet, but I'm really excited to do so. But the community's been pretty clear about how they're kind of OP. So that's a shame because it means a lot of people are going to hate them.
Yeah.
And if I go to take them to a tournament, people are going to hate me. So hopefully they get nerfed a little bit. Not too much, but a little bit so that people aren't so mad. Because I just think they look cool. I like goats. Cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they're all those look like they have to be close range.
Yeah. There's only one gun in the whole kit. Everybody else is melee.
So keep your distance and take out that guy with a gun.
Exactly. Now, their big thing that makes them OP for a lot of people is that they have a thing called Frenzy, where when they die, they can choose to not die.
Oh, yeah, that would be handy.
Right. But at the end of the turn, they're dead.
Oh, okay.
So they get to, if you kill one before it gets to take its turn, it still gets to take its turn.
Yeah.
But if you hit it again, if you get up into melee, it doesn't work if you shoot it. That's what I would fix personally to balance it out. If you get up into melee and hit them again, and either hit them twice or crit them, they just die there again. And then you don't get to use them for the turn. I would probably go ahead and make it where if you shoot them and hit them twice or crit, because look, if you get hit 4 times, which is probably what it's to take to kill one, and then kill it again, you put that goat in a bad spot. If it's getting hit 4 times before it gets to go. But they're apparently really good in melee, so I like melee teams a lot. As you know, we're playing Shadowrun, and I play a melee character in a ranged focused game, so I like melee a lot.
So you got practice.
Yeah, I'm excited to get to play them. I played the Warhammer 40K Boltgun. Came out today.
All right.
It is Doom, old school Doom, but 40K.
Yeah.
It is that art style. It is that animation style. It is the running back and forth and shooting as you're trying to take things down. But you have a charge. And because a lot of what you're fighting early on are cultists, your charge will just kill them. And then you have a chainsword.
Of course you do.
The first time I ran into a Chaos Space Marine, he laughed when he saw me, and I killed him while he was laughing. And I was like, yep.
Yes.
This is 40K. But
you're laughing now.
I was really worried the first time that I saw one of the, and I'm trying not to talk too much spoilers, but this is level 3. Like I got through level 1 in 5 minutes. You know, it's old school Doom.
Right.
The first time I saw a demon, it was a Nurgle demon, and I got really worried because a lot of the video games use Nurgle demons because it's easy. You have like undead and things like that. But then the very next level was like pink horrors and blue horrors from Tzeentch, and I was like, okay, we're good. We're good.
Some variety.
Yeah.
And things you can smash. Very nice.
And it just plays really well. I like it a lot, so definitely gonna be putting more time into that. And that's really all I've been playing this week, but I finished Xenos, the first Eisenhorn book. And it's pretty dang good. There's some really good moments towards the end there. There was one moment where I was like, I don't think that necessarily should... I'm going to be very vague here. There's a moment where a normal human being kills a space marine.
Okay.
And it takes a lot of setup to get me to believe that.
Yeah.
They got it.
Human will.
Right. Yeah. They got it. They got the setup. They pulled it off. But it's just one of those things of like, whoa, that's not supposed to happen.
Well, if it's that bad, I'm sure it's the Space Marine's fault then.
Yeah, it was. It 100% was.
Yeah.
And that's how you make it work, right? Like, it's hubris. You make it where they don't realize there's a problem. Because look, a las gun may not do a lot of damage, but it does still do damage.
Yeah.
You can't just ignore it. So, no, it was a really good book. I have the second book already, and I'm excited to get into it. It's called Malleus, and it's going to be furthering the Eisenhorn story. I'll probably get a review recorded for Eisenhorn, for Xenos, sometime this week. Get that up soon. Because, if I read a book, I might as well review it. I reviewed The Crow on the podcast, mostly because I wanted to talk to you about it. And then I've been keeping up with Stranger Things, as we've been talking about. We're into season 4 now. Got that same problem for me that Game of Thrones has, where as the actors are getting older, it's hard to convince myself that some of them are still children, basically. Like, yeah, they're teenagers, but...
They are. They're getting a little bit like older teenagers.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's hard to go, oh, okay, they're just 14 here?
Yeah.
But still really good. I really liked season 3. Season 3 was really good. And I'm just going to say this, and I know you won't spoil me. Comment section, please don't spoil me. Jim Hopper is my favorite character. Season 3 was great. So
I don't know. Like Hopper. Hopper's a good character.
Yeah.
I think the age thing is a problem. You're going to have that when you have child stuff, right?
That's how it's always going to be. Harry Potter has the same thing when you go through those movies.
It's only so fast you can film it.
Mm-hmm.
And go through that, and they grow quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think it's well cast, man.
Yeah, I think so too.
Nobody feels out of place in their role.
Right.
I
agree.
The character playing. So,
I agree. I agree. It's very good. There's something else from my week I was supposed to talk about, but I don't remember it. So
I was still digging through Beasts Inside. I got those Russians are still after me.
Everyone dies. I mean, that is true for all of us.
Eventually, yes. Yes.
But no, I'll probably remember whatever that was and talk about it in plugs because I sure don't right now. But
Perfect.
Okay, well, let's move into reviews.
All right. Let's see what we got.
First for us, we have Planet of Lana, and I'm going to pull up the Steam description for you. Planet of Lana is a... Why did it pull up on the Google page, but then when I went to the game, it gives me instead a different... There it is. Planet of Lana is a cinematic puzzle adventure framed by an epic sci-fi saga that stretches across centuries and galaxy.
This name sounds familiar.
It does. It's got a really interesting art style.
Yeah.
I think we saw it in a show at one point. Might have been the Game Awards.
You know what? I'm gonna go A3 on this.
Okay.
Kind of say that it sounds familiar. I think we've seen it. I think it looked cool, but I don't remember. Let's see if anybody else got any scores. 82. Okay.
Hello, Faith.
79 from where?
Score is
86 from Raven, right?
Yeah, of course. 82. Faith, you got on the board immediately today. Congratulations.
She undercut me by 1 and got it.
Congratulations. Yeah, there's the 86 from Waverly. Yep. I understand. Work is work. You can't help it. So, I have a couple of reviews for you here. Okay. And we only have a couple, so I figured maybe I'd read 3 this time.
Okay.
I'm glad. You earned it. You deserve that happy dance.
Yes.
Call it the happy ice cream dance. So, I don't know why I'm raising the X. The first one is from the Games Machine. Planet of Lana is a moving and intense video game capable of telling a story through images and delicate situations. Strengthened by a fluid and well-amalgamated gameplay, it offers always different and well-balanced puzzles. Must have, absolutely.
Must have, absolutely.
Must have, absolutely.
That sounds like it's to be highly recommended.
Seems like it. Kakchopere says, Planet of Lana is one of the best indie titles so far in 2023. It's epic, cinematic, responsive, and can be completed in less than 5 hours. Though this can be a con as well. Not for me. I recorded, before this podcast started, I recorded a video that was like, look, you got to let go of your backlog. I got to let go of mine. Because it's impossible.
There needs to be games like that. There's something good. And look, I understand that. What was the game? I will talk about it. Going Home.
Yeah.
Coming Home. Was it Gone
Home?
Gone Home.
Yeah.
Which the whole thing, you can beat it. It doesn't take long, and it's just exploring, going through. It kind of feels creepy,
right?
Without too many spoilers, but it's not a long game. It's just a good game with a nice little story.
Yeah.
You know, and I think. That's not, like I said, it's not a con for me. It may go into a con as far as replayability.
Right.
Or whatever. But I don't know that if the game's good enough, the story's good enough, like it's another one. Oxenfree. I don't think that one's
Oxenfree for sure. Yeah. I think that's 4 hours maybe.
I think you could probably do it in that.
Yeah. And I'm not going to replay Oxenfree anytime soon.
Right. But it does change a little bit if you go back through.
But it means a lot to me. I think Celeste is like that too. Where Celeste has like a really good story with a really good soundtrack. Gameplay is pretty solid. I beat it in, I think, 5 hours total. And like, yeah, I think of Celeste fondly. I'm not going to go play it anytime soon.
Yeah.
But not a con for me.
Yeah.
So I have 2 more. I decided to read 4. I lied with the 3. I'm going with 4. I have 2 more for you.
Go on.
Just because these two I think give a little bit more to help you vote on. The Gamer says Planet of Lana is a delightful puzzle platformer that hits that sweet spot in more ways than one. It's not too challenging nor too simple, and though it could have delivered endless levels of similar ideas, it only takes enough time as it needs to tell the perfect story of friendship and survival. And then finally, Finger Guns says, while it's evocative gameplay, I completely tripped over that word. While its evocative graphics will attract players on this beautiful journey, the simple traversal puzzles and lack of emotional weight mean Planet of Lana is just not very memorable.
All right. I think it's going to have a pretty good record now. I'm going to go 86.
Okay.
I feel it's going to have a pretty good. Go up there with Waverly's score. I'm going to take Waverly's score. It's 86. So if she gets ice cream, I get ice cream. If I get ice cream, she's going to get ice cream. I'll do that. It was pretty good. That was actually pretty good reviews in a way.
Chat, you have until I finish speaking. The score is
86. We got 3 of the 86.
87.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yeah. Just in between.
Oh my gosh.
You got the dart and then the 3 darts, and then just in the middle is.
Yes.
So, our second review for the night, and our last review for the night, is Warhammer 40k Boltgun.
Oh. I don't know.
You heard me gush about this earlier, chat.
Yeah, I heard you gush about it earlier, but that's you.
Yeah, I'm also a big Doom and 40k fan, so like,
biased.
This was made for me.
I don't know if I can trust you to be take a clear objective for it. No,
yeah, I'm with Will. It's 99,999. Oh, I completely read that number wrong. It's 999,900.
All right. Yes. All right. I'm gonna be the bad guy here. Okay. I'm gonna go 72.
Also, Will said why about the 87. Yeah, a 91, 999,999, and an 86.
Yeah.
Score is 77.
All right. Well, there you have it. I didn't want ice cream anyway. I got one more shot. We'll find out.
As before, I'll read you 4 blurbs.
Okay.
Might as well keep it even. Okay, so first off, we have PlayStation Universe. Thanks, Will. They say, the best boomer shooter I've played in a long time, Warhammer 40k Boltgun is weapons-grade catnip for genre fans and 40k fans alike. Indeed, in retrospect, crafting a retro-style FPS in the 40k universe feels like something we should have had long before now. So perfect is the fit of form and function. In this 40k universe, there is only war. Apparently, there are also supremely great shooters, too. 40k Boltgun is a riotously violent and thoroughly entertaining shooter that everybody needs to play.
So they liked it.
That seems like it.
They enjoyed it. Okay.
Seems like it. Worth playing says Warhammer 40k Boltgun is everything that retro first-person shooter fans can enjoy, even if they have no love for the grimdark space setting. The action is constant, the gore is plentiful, but the game forces you to play smart, even at the lower difficulty levels. The gameplay loop doesn't deviate from the classic key-finding formula, but the levels are larger, which means more enemies to shoot and a higher chance of getting lost, whether or not you're trying to find secrets. The game is long enough that multiplayer isn't needed, but it also never feels tiring, despite some things that may be irksome. Boltgun is a solid piece of work, and one we definitely recommend checking out.
Okay.
I got 2 more for you.
Yeah.
Push Square says, if you can look past the repetition and the roadblocks, Warhammer 40k Boltgun is a largely solid shooter. Nails the visuals, the guns generally feel great, and the sound design is suitably punchy. Just don't expect it to push beyond those foundations. Which is fair. It is what it is, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't expect it to push beyond those foundations.
Right. We got this covered, says Warhammer 40k Boltgun belongs in every game dev syllabus filed under why encounter design is a pillar of any retro shooter.
Okay.
They really doesn't seem to have liked it.
Yeah.
I don't think the encounter design's that bad. It's very hard, which may be what they're annoyed by. There was a boss fight area, whereas instead of having just like one singular boss, it was some Space Marine, like Chaos Terminators, that are really strong and have chain guns. And I got down to 3 HP.
But you made it.
But I made it, and it was incredible. I had to duck out of cover and take shots from a distance and get back in, and then I had to charge in with a shotgun and take out the flamer, and it was great.
All right.
But for me, that's a great thing. That's not hurting the game at all, in my opinion.
So got 100 from Will already.
Yeah, as it should be.
Yes. Is your buddy there?
He's got my back.
Yes. I'll go to 82.
Okay.
82. A good classic score. I got an 86 in. Let's see what we have.
All right. Score is 67%.
That's not horrible.
Unfortunately, a lot of people don't seem to like that kind of game anymore.
Yeah. Well, the other one review is like, yeah, it's a retro thing. It's Doom.
Yeah.
Right? It is like big square blocks for graphics, fake 3D, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of the fake 3D. It's really just 2D.
I didn't read the reviews off that got into their problems with the 40K universe, which is like, why are you bringing that in here? With like political stuff. Again, in 40K, everybody's the bad guy. It's not trying to make political commentary. The Orcs war boss was called Gazgul Mag Uruk Thraka because it was a reference to Margaret Thatcher. Like, they're all bad.
Don't make fun of the Iron Lady, the Iron Woman. How dare you, sir?
It's not trying to be political commentary. If anything, it's trying to be political parody in a lot of ways. But there's also some people that are like, it does great, but it's 40K, and so it only has 40K enemies. Like, yes? What is your expectation here? That it's not made by Doom, it's not made by id. You think it was gonna have Doom enemies? What?
Look, I played Zelda and Mario wasn't there.
Yeah, exactly.
I like it.
So unfortunately, there are some weird reviews that like talk really highly about the game and then give it a low score because they go, it doesn't have this. It's like, what? Why did you think it would?
Well, they gotta talk highly about it. They don't want to give it, the retro card.
Exactly.
All right.
So, move from reviews into announcements, and we got some doozies in there.
Okay. I want a doozy.
PlayStation Showcase is going to be tomorrow, Wednesday.
Oh, hey. Congratulations.
So, be some stuff shown off there. They say that they're showing off like an hour's worth of stuff.
Which would probably be like 22 minutes, maybe.
Yeah.
Worth of stuff.
Yeah. But they specifically, no doozies, we are closed. They specifically said that they won't be showing anything still being made for PS4.
Okay.
So I guess they're like, this is it. This is the big push into new graphics. But they also said they'll be showing off some PSVR 2 stuff, and I'm afraid that's going to be like half the show.
Yeah, there's a hard push for it. They haven't. I think the price point for people to be in VR is rather high.
Yeah.
For just having a game. I would love to have a VR headset and play like Kung Fu and run through the thing of beating everybody up. That would be great. Run through the old hotel because they stole my girlfriend. But something like that. But the price point for getting into it's really high.
Yeah, it is.
I don't feel like they've got it under control.
I agree.
I don't know. Maybe they got something new to show.
Maybe we'll find out. I suppose we'll cover it Tuesday for sure. Whether we do a reaction or not, we haven't talked about that yet. Viewers, if you're like, well, you're going to do a reaction for it, right? It's like, that thing's an hour long, man. Like,
look, this is the first time hearing about it.
We'll see, okay? We'll see. Either way, we're going to talk about it Tuesday. Then we have Total War Pharaoh.
Okay. I like Total War games.
Yeah.
But a lot of the newer ones, I'm not like the movement on the map just doesn't work for me, I guess.
Right.
I love Shogun, the original Shogun Total War. I'm stupid about that game. But like the second one, I don't like as much. The battles were okay.
Yeah.
The map just didn't feel as cool.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think as they've gotten further... Oh, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, but all the ones that have been done recently were fantasy, right? They haven't done a historical one in a while.
Three Kingdoms was like a mix of it.
Well,
where it was mostly history, but then they added in some of the fantastical elements.
Right.
But
okay.
Personally, as they've gotten further into these series, they have gotten needlessly difficult in a way I really don't like. But it could just be that that's not my play style, doesn't jive very well with it.
Yeah. I don't know. The first one was real nice and simple.
Yeah.
Like your basic, I think that's something I'm missing for them is having that. Okay, the first armors you get before you start getting specialized. That's basically rock paper scissors, right?
Yeah.
Cavalry beats archery. Archery beats your soldiers, ground troops, and your ground troops. When they stand still, they'll beat cavalry. And just a circle that goes through.
Yeah.
And then I don't know. You're right. It goes deeper, unnecessarily low. So,
yeah.
Or maybe too quickly, I guess. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Then announcement-wise, also I should specify real quick, they said that this will also include the Hittites and the Bronze Age collapse. Like, okay, I don't know why you're calling it Pharaoh then, but okay, that could be cool.
I don't know. I'd have to look into who will be Pharaoh. Does it say the Hittite collapse?
Yeah.
That's pretty ancient. So it's going to be. I don't know. That's going to be pre Ptolemaic dynasty.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Could be pretty good. I don't know.
It'd be cool to look at the history of it anyway. I would be more interested in that playing the game. But
yeah.
But yes.
After that, we have Mortal Kombat 1.
Okay.
What they've decided to call the new Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat 1.
Okay. Kind of like the Xbox One is a new thing, even though it says 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is going to be coming September 19th. And it's not just a reboot of the original game, because it's also going to have 5 cameo fighters. There'll be Combat Pack DLC, which will feature Johnny Cage character skin to make him look like Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Okay.
And early access to 6... Right? Early access to 5 new cameo characters and 6 playable characters. Who those cameo characters going to be? Who knows? I'm assuming Ryu from Street Fighter is going to be there, but I don't know. Yeah. It feels weird.
Yeah, you got it. Look, they're on the right path with the Van Damme skin.
Yeah, I agree.
That.
Also, if the cameo characters are like Mortal Kombat characters, I should specify, for anybody who doesn't know, cameo characters in like Mortal Kombat aren't right. They aren't full playable characters. They are assists. Yeah. That's the way they worked in Mortal Kombat 7.
Right.
So like
turtles.
Right. Yeah.
They're.
So if they
Godzilla, so we got it now.
Yeah, Godzilla. Yeah. If they announce a cool character and then it winds up being a cameo character, that's going to be kind of depressing. Like, yeah, here's Noob Saibot. You can't play as him though. He's just a cameo character.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Look. Do this special move and Rygar will run across your screen.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So that's where we're at with that. That's all we know so far. But
fine.
There'll be more to come, I'm sure. And this last one, Dead by Daylight has announced a new survivor.
Okay.
It's Nicolas Cage.
All right. Once again, I'm kind of interested.
He's going to have his own set of perks and everything. We don't know what those are yet, but I want to cover them when we find out. I want to have a section of this podcast dedicated to talking about his abilities in a game I don't play.
Look, just being Nicolas Cage has got to be a perk in itself, right?
Right, yeah. My favorite thing about the trailer is that when they announced it, they didn't say whether he was a survivor or a hunter. Yeah. And I got really excited with the idea that Nicolas Cage was hunting.
Right.
But
well, here's the thing I'm kind of worried. Here's what I'm worried about, though. Okay, because remember there was a Zombieland game.
Yeah.
And the characters sound like Woody Harrelson and the rest of them, but those aren't. They didn't record those lines.
Right.
You'll get a bug every once in a while where it just like the electronic voice bleeps out their line or says their line, and it's modulated and AI and all that to sound like what he never had to go in the studio to actually record anything.
Yeah, it very well could be. We'll see. I just want him to have an ability called Not the Bees, just where when he's on a hook, he has a chance to pull himself off.
Yes. I just want him to scream like he did in Ghost Rider 2.
Yes.
The movie. Oh man, come on. It's terrible.
Well, speaking of terrible, let's move into the news.
What kind of segue is that, Trey?
War Thunder fans are not happy.
What? War Thunder fans are not happy?
Yeah. So.
They break the helicopter?
I need to set this up for you.
Probably, yeah.
War Thunder, for anybody who doesn't know, is a weird, plain MMO. I'm not saying weird as in it's bad, although right now it is bad, but weird as in, like, it is a plain MMO, in that you play PvP matches, you can get into lobbies and stuff, and it is like a full community. You know, look, that would be great, Will. That would be great. Last shooting is your fatality. And people go, well, it's not an MMO because you don't fly around an open world or anything. Yeah, but it is like a community in a lot of ways. Yeah, These people that play these matches against each other in War Thunder, they're connected.
You have multiple players?
Yeah.
Oh, you're online?
Right.
What are you not?
Yeah. So, Gaijin Entertainment that makes War Thunder has been slowly making the game worse.
Oh, leave it up to the Gaijins.
I have a list for you here. And this list is from
like a victory and who they're hunting.
Yeah.
And this is Gaijin that just
So this list is from over the last couple of years. Little by little by little by little, the changes they've made.
Okay.
I should specify too, to build this up for anybody that doesn't play War Thunder. You have to buy the planes with in-game currency or real money. The game's free to play. When you get shot down in a match, the number of times you get shot down, it adds a repair cost at the end of the match that you have to pay. But normally you get enough score during the match that, last shooting assist, there you go. Normally you get enough score during the match that it pays for that, and you get to take some money back so you can buy new stuff, right?
Right.
Because there's a lot of different ways to get in-game currency by just playing the game. Or there were.
But that's a different word, Trey.
Right. Gaijin Entertainment removed the ability to get points for taking off or landing. They removed the ability to get points for being in combat or dogfighting. They removed the extra points you'd get for ricochet shots. They took away the daily 5 times bonus that you could get one match in a game. They dropped it down to a 2 times bonus, and then they removed that. They gutted the whole gain system for how many points you gain.
Yeah.
They added a soft block on how many gains you could make in a single map, a single level. They removed the ability to get gold for completing tutorials.
Yeah.
They decreased the gains from victories from 20% to 5% and added 20% extra cost when you're shot down.
If you like a game, you need to spend some money on it, all right? We can't play for free.
Yeah, pretty much. And there's a lot more there. Obviously, that gives you a good idea what's going on, right?
Yeah.
However, it got worse.
Yeah, apparently so.
So they added the option where you could pay for premium. Premium would give you more rewards. But they don't just tell you premium will give you more rewards. They give you, at your final, like, after the battle screen, a showing of, like, hey, you're going to take back 4,897 in-game currency today. If you get premium, it'll be 9,794. And they do that for the whole board, basically.
Oh, yeah.
You don't get... There's a special premium reward you can get once a day if you pay for premium. Now, specifically, you may say, well, that's not too bad because you just grind out enough maps, you'll be fine, you know. Theoretically, most people are getting more score than they're spending to play, right?
Right.
Well, then recently with the premium changes, they also made it where when your plane gets shot down, instead of paying a percentage of its price for the repair, you pay the entire price of the plane every time you have to repair it.
Yeah. They gave away too much stuff free at the beginning, and now they need to get some money.
Yeah.
Bad
so
marketing.
There are people that are joining missions with their big expensive F-16 that they bought for $20 when they first started playing the game and got excited. And they should be right to rage. And now they can't afford to launch it because they can't afford to fix it because they're a new player and don't have any way to make money.
Yeah. Well then.
So, the community took to the streets, as it were, of Steam and started review bombing the game.
All right.
Gaijin Entertainment put out a response that basically just said, look, yeah, we messed up. They say, firstly, we'd like to extend our sincerest apologies to each and every one of you. We deeply regret the fact that our actions have let you down, that we failed to adequately address the concerns you voiced over time. We share your passion for the game. It pains us that our decisions have not lived up to your expectations. And then say, we're in the process of creating a plan to tackle these problems. We anticipate providing a more detailed roadmap by the 14th of June. And that would be fine if they'd actually said anything they were planning on fixing. But then they go on to say, review bombing does damage to the game in a way that new players simply won't try it, while it doesn't raise their awareness of the problems you've noticed. If your goal is not to hurt the game, please use other, less destructive ways. For example, leave feedback in our forum and suggestions specifically about the economy we're inviting in the feedback form. I'm sure it will. Also, review bombing will not cause modifying or nullifying in-game prices. If the game is shut down, no one wins. No. So, please continue. Please go ahead.
Well, so that's kind of a chicken crap argument.
Yeah.
From the side. Look, they got... I would be willing to bet, going over, if we went over through their forums, these were discussed in ways that were probably a little more polite.
Well, I did.
Yeah.
Because I had the same train of thought. There was a post made on their forums that says, I love War Thunder now. They've reduced the repair cost. And then underneath it, it says, actually, I discovered they increased my favorite tank repair cost. I hate War Thunder. And they mentioned how the cost went up by over 2,000 in-game dollars to repair their tank. The moderator responded with, please do not use cap locks on our discussion board, and locked the thread.
Well, they mentioned at first that they screwed their whole argument saying, because where were they putting those when they said, hey, we haven't been paying attention to your concerns
right.
for some time now. Well,
right.
What concerns are you talking about? Because you're not talking about the review bombing, right?
Right.
This is a whole separate thing.
Huh?
What are those concerns you were ignoring before?
Uh-huh. So people started posting stuff on the official forums, being like, hey, look, you wanted us to talk about it here. We'll talk about it here. Here's the problems. And the threads started getting deleted, and they started getting banned.
Yep.
So, yeah, pretty much. And it's now overwhelmingly negative. Mostly negative, went to overwhelmingly negative on Steam. Because what are they supposed to do? They did what you told them to do, and you blocked them. You banned them. So then the subreddit has become like the rallying point because Gaijin Entertainment doesn't own the subreddit. It's run by fans. And somebody posted in there hey, 4 years ago, they said this. We understand. Gaijin Entertainment said this. We understand that we've upset you with our choices for the economy. Here is our plan moving forward. We plan to reduce the research and purchase costs for aircraft of rank 4 to 5 and for ground vehicles of rank 5 to 6. We plan on reducing the RP cost of researching vehicles, of purchasing vehicles, reducing repair costs, reducing the cost of ammunition, because you have to buy your ammunition too, reducing crew training costs, and increasing the reward multiplier. 4 years ago, they told people they were bringing that. They never did. They only made it worse.
Right. These guys are politicians through and through.
Yeah.
Right.
So, in answer to this, as people were like, look, this is falling apart, instead of responding again to any of the stuff about bans or anything like that, they removed the Steam logo from their website. So it seems like they're planning on taking the game off of Steam.
Okay. Sounds like they got what they asked for.
Yeah. So the fan base, in response to that, has set up hey, Friday, I don't care who you are. I don't care how much money you put into this game. Friday, don't play the game. Don't touch it at all Friday. Let them see that only like 100 people log in because those 100 people don't care.
Yeah.
And that the rest of the player base is not there. And so if you play War Thunder and you want it to be good, I beg you, just don't play it Friday. Play something else.
Yeah.
How about retract? Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That's where we're at with War Thunder.
I mean, I get it. You know, they made this game. They got lots of free stuff in it. It's a free game. They're not getting any income.
Yeah.
Except maybe if they have some ad on there, that's the only way they can get paid for it.
Yeah.
They need people to pay a little bit for it. Just, that sounds really, I think that's your bad from the get-go.
Right. And there's another layer to this, which is they've been selling consumables for like boosters and things like that, XP boosters. They've been selling early unlocks where you can buy it for real money and get an unlocked plane or tank or anything like that. They've been selling skins. They've been spending big money to sponsor YouTubers. They've been spending big money to do crossovers with Warhammer 40K, to do crossovers with the U.S. military, with the German military, with the French military. They've been doing all these big purchases to be able to get the rights to have specific images in their game. And they go, oh, we need more money. Like, well, then maybe you shouldn't have been spending all that.
Yeah. Boy.
So, that's War Thunder. I hope that gets sorted out for the fans.
Yeah.
Next up, I have some good news because I'm trying to do the sandwich. Unfortunately, this time it's a bad sandwich. I'm going to tell you. It's a bad sandwich. They put the wrong kind of mustard on there. The meat's a little old.
That's disturbing.
But there's some good stuff here in the middle. That cheese, that's good cheese.
Good cheese, okay.
Tears of the Kingdom is among the top 10 launches in Japan.
Look, people, we're never going to get a new Switch if y'all keep doing this.
Right. We talked about numbers a little bit last week with Tears of the Kingdom. With it hitting these big numbers, it got me excited because it meant that we could cover some more interesting data as far as I'm concerned. The top 20 video game launches. There we go. Waiting for it. Will did it for Roxanne.
Hey, wait. Look.
She's pretty great.
She's good.
The top 20 video game launches in Japan.
In Japan, okay.
I'm not going to ask you for all 20 of them, but what do you think like the 20th best video game launch in Japan was?
Oh, man. Oh. Well, I got no idea. It's about like you with the Godzilla questions here.
Yeah, that's fair.
There's some names, right?
Yeah.
And I'd want to think maybe there's a Mega Man somewhere in the top 20.
Okay.
I would think. I I think Mario Galaxy did very well.
Retake. Yeah. Retake indeed. Number 20 is Final Fantasy 12.
Okay.
With 1.8 million sales.
Right.
Number 19 is Dragon Quest VII, Fragments of the Forgotten Past for PS1.
Dragon Quest, yeah, there'd be a Dragon Quest game there for sure.
1.862. Monster Hunter 4 for the 3DS, 1.875 at number 18.
Okay.
Pokemon Sun and Moon for the 3DS at 1.9.
Okay. I figured that would be higher.
Right. Final Fantasy 9 for PS1 at 1.95. And these are just launches, not how it did total, but how many it sold launch week.
There was a lot of hype for 9.
Yeah.
7, 8 was a little bit kind of weird. There's a lot of hype for 9. Came out.
15 is Monster Hunter World for the PS4. 2 million copies in the launch week. Makes sense. Monster Hunter's huge in Japan. Monster Hunter World was a big one. Number 1 is FF14. We're going to get to number 1. Number 14 is Monster Hunter Rise for the Switch. Also 2 million with just like a little bit of variance.
Okay.
Number 13 is Pokemon Legends Arceus for the Switch. 2 million. Crazy how many of these are Switch titles, but I guess it goes to show how much the Switch is played in Japan.
Yeah. Well, we talked about the Switch and some of the numbers with the Switch last week.
Yeah.
Console itself.
Pokemon Sword and Shield is number 12, also at 2 million. I also love it. Number 11 is Final Fantasy VII for PS1, 2,034,000 in its launch week.
Yeah. That was the big one. It was on discs.
Yeah.
Check out what we can do with discs. There's 4 of them in here.
Right. I'm going to give you another guess for number 10, and then I'll give you another guess for number 1. But what do you think number 10 is?
Number 10 would have been Final Fantasy VII for me. But
right.
All right.
It was number 10 before Tears of the Kingdom got in, because we haven't said Tears of the Kingdom yet. So.
Right. I don't know that I think that'll be a little bit higher in the 10.
Okay.
So it's not Tears of the Kingdom. It may be, I don't know, Super Mario Galaxy. I'm going to try that one.
Okay. Pokemon X and Y for the 3DS. 2,096,000.
It's a lot.
Number 9 is Monster Hunter Freedom 3 for the PSP. 2.146 million. Stray. I mean, Stray's a big game. Could be on here.
Yeah.
Number 8 is Dragon Quest VIII Journey of the Cursed King for PlayStation 2. 2.236 million. Number 7 is The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom at 2.24 million. 2.240. Number 6 is Dragon Quest IX Sentinels of the Starry Skies for the Nintendo DS. One of my least favorite Dragon Quest games. 2.343 million. People wouldn't know that launch week, though. Final Fantasy VIII is number 5 for PlayStation 1 at 2.504. Never would have thought Final Fantasy VIII would be up there.
Dude, but Final Fantasy VII was such a big deal.
Yeah, so 8 people bought it day 1.
Yeah, 8 and 8's a good
game. It is. It's a very good game.
It's below Final Fantasy VII.
Right.
The story, they don't have a Sephiroth.
Yeah. Ultimecia is just not that, unfortunately.
Yeah, no.
Xenoblade could be on here. We still got some more games to go. Number 4 is Pokemon Black and White for the Nintendo DS, 2.637. I don't doubt that at all. Black and White's launch was huge everywhere across the world. It was the first big Pokemon game on DS. Number 3, you're not going to be surprised at all, is Animal Crossing New Horizons for Switch.
Man.
2.680.
Came out at the right time.
Yeah, it sure did. Number 2 might surprise you, though, is Splatoon 3 for the Switch at 3.450 million copies.
That is a little bit surprising, yes.
That's huge. And I'll give you the guess for number 1.
Number 1.
Uh-huh.
Lee. I almost like You know what? Original Final Fantasy.
Okay, I'm gonna give you one hint.
Wow.
It's recent.
It is recent.
Last few years.
Man, I don't know. Trying to think back through the list what we named. If it is Breath of the Wild, or do we already name that?
Breath of the Wild has not been named.
I'm gonna go Breath of the Wild then.
It is Pokemon Scarlet and Violet for the Switch. At
Pokemon.
4,050,000.
Wow.
It is almost double of Pokemon Black and White.
Yeah, that's quite a release.
Yeah. It was not FF14. I'm sorry, Faith. FF14 did not do well at launch. Let's not forget that. It was a different game at launch.
You didn't mention Mojo at all. I'm not sure I believe these.
It's just Japan, you know.
Fine.
All right. So we got through the good cheese. It was good. It was interesting. It had a nice flavor to it, a nice sharpness to it. Now we get into the pickles. And the pickles are, I don't know how long I'm going to keep this metaphor going, but the pickles, not everybody likes pickles. They're a little bit spicy. Square Enix is talking. Where it has,
Right. Don't rub it in. I got it wrong. Okay.
Square Enix is talking about dropping the numbers for FF.
For a different titling system?
Yeah. After FF16, they might not name the next one FF17.
Why would they
So
stop at 16?
Yoshi P's comment on it when he was talked about it and said that a lot of the upper management was thinking about the same thing, was that Final Fantasy, if you tell somebody, hey, go play Final Fantasy 14 or go play Final Fantasy 16, they might go, well, do I need to know what happens in the other ones first?
No,
and you don't. It's super simple. All you have to say is, nah, they're not. They're all different. They're all unique. They're individual.
Yeah.
But you and I both know.
It's supposed to be the last game.
Right. You and I both know how stockholders work.
Yeah.
And so upper management at Square is considering dropping the numbers because they're worried it will distract people and make it hard for them to know which game to play. I think how well FF7 Remake has done should be proof that you don't need that. It's fine.
Well, I mean, I understand, like, they've stepped away from the traditional names because some of them aren't in that line.
Right.
You know, and they kind of mess it up with X2 because there's never been, well, anyway.
Up until that moment, yeah.
But there is, you know, was it Dirge of Cerberus?
Yeah, Dirge of Cerberus.
That's a Final Fantasy game. It's not a thing.
Right.
You know, there's I don't know.
Crystal Chronicles.
Yeah, it just seems weird to be stopping at 16 if it's going to be your major release. You know,
right. I agree with you.
20.
Yoshi P wants to change Final Fantasy 14 to Final Fantasy Online.
Isn't 16 going to be online?
Well, no, 16 is going to be single player, so.
Okay.
But we'll see how that goes. It's still just upper management talking about it right now. It's not anything set in stone. But I said, the pickle's a little spicy. You might not like it. Personally, I don't like it.
Yeah.
I like pickles. I don't like this pickle. Want the numbers to stay there. I like the numbers. Makes it easy for me to know which game people are talking about. Because, like, if they get rid of the numbers, what are they going to do? Well, this is Final Fantasy Midgar.
Yeah, I don't know, man. There's something classic. When I see Final Fantasy with the Roman numerals behind it,
right,
I'm thinking, okay, they're bringing the full force of the team of it'll be all new, right?
Right.
A new world, new setting, new everything.
Yeah,
it's going to be new, and I don't know. It just feels awkward.
Also, you can't change Final Fantasy 14 to be Final Fantasy Online because Final Fantasy 11 is also online, and that'd be really confusing if you had Final Fantasy Online and Final Fantasy 11, the MMO. What are you going to call them? Final Fantasy Online 2?
Who knows?
Final Fantasy also online? I'll like it. That's all I'm saying.
Next you'll be telling me, and for Final Fantasy 17, it's going to be done by Amazon Studios.
Right. Yeah, unfortunately. There's a chance that could happen. I don't like it, but it's technically possible. FFMMO and then FFO. So,
Yeah, fine.
I promise you this was not a good sandwich.
Yes.
And the problem is the bread on the bottom.
Moldy.
It's moldy, it's stale, it's not good. As our last news topic is FF16 is adding a glossary.
Okay.
Which is a good thing.
Could be so far, yeah.
Kotaku hates it.
Why?
So
You
I have
can't get games anymore with the booklet.
Right.
You don't give me the booklet that's got the glossary in it. You can just put it in the like you used to, or the map with all the monsters in the back.
I agree.
The bees, the dogs with the bees in its mouth that they shoot bees at you every time they bark.
Huh?
But glossary's a good thing.
I agree.
What would Pokemon be without a Pokédex?
I agree. Specifically, the glossary, what happened was there was an interview with Yoshi P.
Okay.
About Final Fantasy 16. He talked about how they brought in all the team together from all the different parts of the game and read through the script, all of them together in one big room, which happens often with products, right, that are being made, games, movies, whatever, TV shows. They all read through the script together, so everybody was on the same page, and there were some people that were confused by it. They were confused by it because it was hard to keep up with all the names.
We'll leave out spoilers. Anything you want to be a surprise, don't put in the glossary. Just put some question marks.
Yeah, that's probably what they're going to do. That's what they've done before in other games, because Square Enix have done this before. So they made a glossary so that it would be easy for players, because Yoshi P was worried that if some of the staff had trouble keeping up with some of the names, that a glossary would be handy for players who might also have trouble keeping up with all of the names. Now, this is a very standard thing. Fans do it all the time with wikis. Or like Game of Thrones, which has a huge cast.
If you go back to Shakespeare, you just play a lot of times, you'll get the cast of characters. At the beginning of it. I've got fantasy novels over here.
Yeah.
At the beginning of it, you're going to read through. I think Wheel of Time.
Yeah.
In the beginning, you go through and it doesn't give any character story. It just pictures them and gives you something to connect with.
Yeah, this is who that is in case you forgot who that is.
Right. Maybe he's from a farm. He wears a wide brim hat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, and very recently for me, listening to Xenos, the audiobook, there's a character in there called Malahite and a character called Malthael. Yeah. And both those characters are working for the bad guys, and I'm having a hard time remembering which one's which. A glossary would have been really handy to remember which one's which.
Yeah.
However, Kotaku, who, as we have said a couple times, I think might actually hate Japanese RPGs, because of how often they've made some really interesting. We talked about it when we talked about Yoshi P not liking the term JRPG. They made some really interesting articles. They put out an article today called "Not Even Final Fantasy 16 Devs Could Follow the Game's Confusing Story."
It's not what they said.
Right.
They're having trouble with some names.
So they misquote Yoshi P.
Yeah.
So they can push the deal here by saying that, hey, they can't do it. They can't figure it out. It was bewildering.
Yeah, but that makes a better story. I mean, that's
right.
That's pretty difficult. It's like, look, that's a different argument. If your people are reading through the story with you and go, oh man, I can't. Who is this character again?
Right.
That's not getting the story.
Right. Also, the way they've done it is like in character, where you go talk to a scholar in the game, and that scholar gives you the glossary. It's part of like the world. Why is that a bad thing? And so, I want to read you the actual quotes, not the ones that Kotaku twists, but the actual quotes.
Yeah.
Because I kept those. Because how dare you? So Kotaku has here I think it was May in 2019. We brought together pretty much the main staff from all the sections working on the game. We read through the entire script all together. Found out that a lot of even the internal core staff were lost. They didn't even know what was going on. So we realized all of a sudden we needed some way to support players that were going to feel this way as well. Because if we of the devs are feeling it, the players are definitely going to. Which is half of the quote. The other half of the quote is, it was always our objective to tell this kind of story, this sweeping, grand, epic story with this massive ensemble cast, something that was very complex and intertwined, and kind of throwing the players in that in the beginning sets you up for what's going to come. Not necessarily overwhelming the player, but showing the player that we're trying to tell this grand story very early on. We as the team realized players might need a little help, though, when an early script read left even the game's developers baffled and struggling to keep up.
Well, one, yeah. Like I said, it's a little bit different thing from what they're saying. They got a script. They got a piece of paper with words on it.
Yeah.
Right? They don't have any visuals to go with it, to click, to work as a mnemonic device to help them remember. So it doesn't necessarily mean they even if they are like, I don't get the script, they may get it on a second read through.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
If you're going through the game, you're going to have visual reputations, or interpretations given to you.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit of a strange draw. I'm for the glossary. I think
100%. I think it's great.
I don't like the not being completely honest about what's going on.
Yeah. And I know normally we don't talk about like outlets and what they do, but not that long ago we covered Japanese RPG as a term, and that there were some Japanese game devs that had a lot of problems with it. And so I said at the time that if another one came up where it was clear that's what's going on again, we'd bring it up. And it's very clear that it was twisted in such a way to make it like, hey, look at what those goofy Japanese game devs are doing over there. They don't even know their own game. Like, that's not what they said, man. Come on.
No.
So.
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, the bread was moldy. The bread was stale. It sucks.
All right.
Let's throw it over.
It would have the glossary anyway.
Right. Let's throw it over to Rugr's Corner.
All right. Let me check my time. Yeah. All right. So, we always start off with a birthday. And it is Jewel Kilcher's birthday.
Okay.
Most people just know her by Jewel. And she's a singer. And she lives in Alaska. But it's her birthday.
Happy birthday.
I'm sure she may be writing something right now, so I'm sure she's not watching. Maybe she'll catch it this weekend, right?
Probably.
She'll see this. So, you heard the Who Will Save Your Souls thing. She had another one. What was her other song? You Were Meant for Me. That's what it was. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry, but she had, Who Will Save Your Souls. I don't know if that's the name of it. You Were Meant for Me. That was another one first. Happy birthday, Jewel.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, she's a little bit older than I am. All right. So, I got a news story for you. It's a very important one. You need to hear. Okay? Everything situated so I can see. There we go. Move that down. Slide this over. I want you to see, because this is kind of strange. I think it's strange anyway.
Okay.
So, in Colorado, little town, Springfield, Colorado, it's a little small town. A driver, I don't have his name, but apparently he had enjoyed too much alcohol.
Okay.
In Springfield, and so as he was driving along, well, a police officer, he caught the attention of a police officer. I'll say. So, swerving on the road, being drunk, the police officer pulled out, hit the lights to get this motorist off the road. Not coming down on him for drinking, and coming down for a little bit for being a dumbass and getting behind a wheel.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't drive after you drink.
Now, this is a small town. There's about 1,300 people there.
Oh, that story spread quick then.
Yeah. So he goes out. Now, the officer pulls him over, and the guy pulls over. But as the police officer stops and gets out of the car, he notices the guy switched seats and put his dog behind the wheel and tried to convince the police officer that he wasn't driving, the dog was.
Can't believe that didn't work. Yeah, I mean,
No, he didn't. And in fact, when the police officer spoke to him and said, well, okay, well, how much have you had to drink tonight? The guy attempted to flee.
Right, of course.
Now, the police officer didn't really have to chase him because he made it 60 feet.
Of course, yeah.
Before face planting. As far as I know, the dog's still behind the wheel.
Yeah.
I didn't see it. I don't know. I don't think the dog's driving. But apparently he had some other issues with law enforcement, with some warrants and things. And so he went to jail.
Yeah.
The dog was not arrested.
Nice.
The dog got no ticket or fine. He might have been let off with a warning. I'm not sure. But
it's good because we don't know if the dog was registered or not. If he was a pureblood, he might not have had registration to show.
Exactly. And look, stand up for your rights when you're dealing with the government, with the police officer. Once you get
100%.
stupid, you've lost some of your rights, all right? What's that? So just as a recommendation, if you are committing a DUI or DWI, your dog's not going to be able to help.
Yeah.
Get you out of the ticket.
Why am I not surprised?
Yeah, I thought it was rather interesting. I said there were some visible sides of drunkenness.
Yeah.
With that. Apparently he argued. I don't have a video of it or anything, but apparently he argued for a few minutes. The cop let him argue his point about the dog driving for a few minutes before asking him, well, yeah, but how much have you had to drink?
Right.
Time he turned tail, made it 60 feet, and collapsed.
Of course.
Yes. So don't drink and drive, folks.
Right. All right. Well, let's get into your assignment.
Okay.
You were not able to stop the Russians.
Right. So working on that.
That's okay.
Okay.
I wouldn't expect you to be able to do it in one evening.
Fair enough.
But
it's been like 4 or 5, I think, though.
Right. I need you to get on that at some point.
Okay.
Need to be stopped.
Okay, fair enough.
But I've got some games that are on screen now. And again, chat, do not say the names of games, please. The poll has started. If you're on YouTube, say 1, 2, or 3.
All right. Do you remember what you were going to talk about during plugs that you didn't get to it for weeks?
I sure don't.
Well, then.
It'll hit me later, I'm sure, and then I'll be like, no, I want to talk about that.
Yeah, that was something that was like, I understand. All right.
That was probably important. Yeah, I did hear about that.
That's true.
I did hear about that.
Thank you for having my back on that, Faith. Yes.
May need to talk to the devs about spawn camping ghosts. Seems like a problem.
Yeah. Well, we made it. We got through it. We got it. Good to see the sunshine again.
Yeah, I'm sure. I did remember now. Actually, yeah. None of those look. Oh, I'm sorry. That's how the dice rolled. The Warhammer 40k 10th edition preview videos are going up. Recorded some more of that today, and those will be free because you can't vote from your phone. Okay. Those will be continuing, trying to get through all of the 10th edition announcements. So hopefully everybody enjoys those. Boltgun first impression should be coming out soon. Okay, all right. The vote's getting really interesting then with all these votes coming in through the chat.
Okay.
Boltgun impression should be coming out soon. The Gundam Myth episode 2 should come out as well soon. So got a lot of stuff coming.
That'd probably be a better Gundam story than Victory.
Yeah, unironically, I think it absolutely is. But I don't want to spoil anything for anybody. So, and you change yours. You voted through chat, so yeah, you can change yours.
Okay. Fine. I think there's some bribery involved there. I'm not sure.
Probably.
Look, make up y'all's mind.
I need to know how the chat votes are going because the Twitch vote is done.
All right.
Because if the chat stays the current vote, then I know which one is won. But if it doesn't, we gotta fix it. Because there was a tie on Twitch. Chad, I'm gonna give you to the count of 5. If you haven't changed your votes, then I'm still talking because I know there's delay. Then we'll announce the winner. But otherwise, this whole vote is skewed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. The winner is, and the game. Okay, it stayed. Oh, perfect then. The winner is, and the game you're going to be playing is. I'm actually really excited about it. I was hoping this one would win.
Okay.
It's Doom Eternal.
What?
Yeah, I got a code for Doom Eternal and put it in there, and it's been on there for weeks, for months.
Oh, gosh. All right. It's my assignment.
Yeah. Delay is super. That's why I gave those extra seconds.
We're trying to take that into consideration.
No, I've been hoping you get this for months because I would love to see you play Doom Eternal, but it just never rolled on it. It finally rolled on it today. I was like, yes! And then I saw the votes. So I was like, oh no.
All right, fine. Send it to me. I will do it. I'll be playing Doom Eternal tomorrow.
Sent you the code, good. All right. Well, then that just leads us into the outro and plugs. You have any plugs today, sir?
No, I don't really. I checked and just got the code.
Nice.
So we're good. All right. No, I don't really. What's up? Like I said, I've still kind of brain fried a little bit from moving stuff around the studio. And there might be 1 or 2 people I might hear about for me doing that. But felt good and I feel kind of tired. So I'm going to hopefully make things look new. And you said, well, y'all won't see anything.
Right.
You're trying to see.
I'll see it
on Thursday.
Char, that's a good plug. You need to plug your phone in. That's a good plug. I'm going to plug Bricky and Auspex Tactics. I'm making those videos on the 40K 10th edition stuff from the perspective of a very new player to 40K. Those two are not. And so if you want more of like a deep dive into what a lot of it means, you can check them out. My perspective is very much just like, hey, this rule seems cool, man. How is this going to work? Let's talk about how that works. Whereas theirs is like, all right, well, in 6th edition, this happened. Like, look, go to them if you want the deep dives, because it's really interesting stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got. Okay, then. We're leaving a little bit early today, but I feel like if we start a topic, we're going to go super long, so it works out. Tomorrow, Rungan will be playing Doom Eternal.
Yes.
Thursday, we talking about Chinese mythology. Yeah. Friday, I'll be painting the rest of the Eldari Void Scarred. And I glued that guy's arm back on him from when I was painting the first time. You want a topic? But we're going to go long if we just get a topic. I got to pee again.
Give me a topic. I
got to pee again, chat. All right, let me pull the topics up. All right. All right.
Yeah, she loves Korean dramas.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yes, through that. But somebody's always dead in it. Always dead in it.
All right. Well, since you said death, let me put up spoiler taboo. We need to specify what we're going to say here. Let's talk about the best character deaths in media.
In media?
Yeah. And we'll put up a little deal for each, like, hey, this is the show we're about to talk about.
Okay. Man. Boromir comes to mind.
Yeah. So, Lord of the Rings. Spoilers for Lord of the Rings.
Spoilers for Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, Boromir's is really good.
Yeah. From the movie, the visualization of the movie is excellent.
Yeah.
Do that. But it's knowing him from the books that makes it that much poignant for me. So for me, that's one.
There's a hydrate.
He can't. Oh, because he can't. You don't know. You don't know him as well as you do from the from the books.
Yeah.
He doesn't quite, you don't get that full character.
Yeah.
It's a big deal that he's that tempted by the ring.
Mm-hmm.
And it's heartbreaking, actually. That's a good one.
It's really good. Spoilers for the original Star Wars trilogy. Vader's is really good.
Yeah. Yeah, Vader's a good death.
Oh! Although the note was added later, I think.
I think so, yeah. Man.
Heartbreaking. And that's for me, like, what makes a good character death is, like, and maybe that's a better topic in and of itself, what makes a good character death. But, like, for me, it needs to be a death that means something while also being, like, poignant.
Well, comic books, Optimus Prime, yes. Movie Optimus Prime, no.
Right, 100%. Spoilers for Transformers.
Sorry. We're going through. Nobody's going to look this stuff up. Okay. Look at my bookshelf here.
Yeah. Because if I look at games, too, I mean, spoilers for Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah.
Zack Fair.
Tifa.
You mean Aerith?
Yeah.
I was like, I don't think Tifa dies. Zack Fair's death is, I love that death so much. Beautiful death.
Spoilers, Stephen King's Apt's Pupil.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the end
of I did drink for the hydrate. Well, please continue. I'm sorry.
I'll drink again. No, just in the, but it's, and that's like, yes, kill him type thing.
Spoilers for Mega Man. Proto Man dies at one point. And he gets like cut in half.
Like Darth Maul.
Yeah. And his chat lag is bad. Oh no. His like core is damaged. And they're able to like rebuild him later because he's a robot. Robot deaths don't count. But they do count because they matter.
Look, I got one. Spoilers for Knight Rider.
Okay.
First Kit, they rebuild Kit, but he goes into a vat of acid and he says, "Help me, Michael."
Yep.
That was, I know it's a car. It's a talking car.
It mattered.
That messed with me when I was a kid.
Yeah, that mattered. I mean, we got a couple from Gundam too, right? Like spoilers for First Gundam.
Yeah.
Rumba Rawl.
Yeah.
That's a dang good death.
Yeah. Yeah. The end is like there's a few through Gundam, right? There's the radish.
Yeah, Captain Hinkin.
Right. That was actually pretty solid for a low point highlight of the series.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
I won't say what series that character's from, but yes, Eok Kajan, 100%. That is one of the best character deaths. Not because I like that character, but because I hate that character with every fiber of my being.
See, that's like like Alan Rickman in Die Hard.
Yeah. Oh, so good.
Spoilers for Die Hard.
Yeah, right. Spoilers for Die Hard.
Man, there's a few good ones. There's plenty of ones that are like, all right.
Yeah, that's fine, I guess. But yeah,
I
don't think of ones that like really. There are some that like nobody else here is gonna know. Like there's a really good one in Gurren Lagann that is like, ooh, that's a great character death.
I'm thinking there was a Showtime years ago. There was a Robin Hood series.
Okay.
And there's a couple characters that eat it in that were kind of like, oh.
Yeah.
I'll do that. So,
what about Halo Reach?
That's a good ending, good death.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Game of Thrones has a few, and also has a bunch that aren't very good.
Yeah. True.
Trying to think.
Lotro spoilers again, or not Lotro. Lord of the Rings spoilers again. In the book, Saruman's death is very satisfying.
Yeah, it is. Absolutely. Yeah, Gurren Lagann is very good. It's a very good series. That death is very strong. Man, let me think. I got a whole wall of anime behind me. Yeah, of course. Katanagatari has one of my favorite deaths. Okay, so I am going to spoil this one.
Okay.
Spoilers for Katanagatari. There is a character called Yasuri Shichika, who is the main character of the show. He's been told by this person that he has to protect himself. He's been raised as if he was a sword. Like, he's been taught to use his body as if it was a blade. His body's incredibly hard. He's been raised just for a war that ended before it ever started, right? That ended before he was able to go fight, right? So, at the end... Yeah, that's true. At the end of the show, that person tells him he doesn't have to protect himself anymore. And so he goes all out. Before he was fighting while protecting his own body, not getting hurt, you know. Now he goes all out. And he fights this guy named Imon Zaimon, who uses these 2 pistols. And Imon Zaimon knows how he fights. He's been watching him fight. And so they have this knockdown, drag-out fight. And Imon Zaimon goes, "How did you dodge that? I don't know how you dodged those bullets." And Shichika just says, "I didn't." And then, like, cross-chops him in the neck. And as Imon Zaimon is, like, falling back, he just sees Shichika is riddled with bullet holes. And it's just, like, it's such a good moment of, like, yeah, he won that fight. That's what he was raised to do. He won that fight. But,
I guess we need to throw My Girl out there, but we won't go into it.
Yeah, right.
There's a dog in Futurama.
Yeah.
Be hurting some people now.
Yeah.
Oh. That's like, can't forget Neverending Story.
Right. Yeah.
That was,
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen Sword of the Stranger. Also, I see you, Chad. I'm not bringing up characters that I see you saying because I don't want to get too many spoilers, but I don't know if you've ever seen Sword of the Stranger, but Sword of the Stranger has a really good sword fight at the end of it, and one of those characters dies, and that death is so good.
Okay.
If I was to say my favorite character death in all of media, though,
Hamlet.
Hamlet's is really good.
Yeah, that would be mine. It could be Hamlet if you want to go that route.
Yeah.
I like that too, but Hamlet. Yeah.
I really like Sigurd of the Volsungs. I like his death a lot because it's his own fault, and you know how much I love tragedy in fiction.
Yeah.
So it's just like, that is so good.
Bunch of good ones, man.
I wanted to hit with like one more big one that mattered to me. Oh, of course! How could we forget the best death in all of Gundam? Garma, I'm sending your sister to join you. Bazooka headshot!
Yeah.
That's my Char.
Okay. Yeah, it did the crash. Set it up perfectly.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's my Char. All right. We'll be back tomorrow.
Yeah.
Doom Eternal. Time to rip and tear. Rung, grip, and tear?
Oh. Just Runger and tear. We'll just go that, okay?
Anyway, I've been Trey.
I've been Rungered.
This has been the Full Spectrum Podcast. Remember to always join the Full Spectrum that life has to offer.